All right, all praise to Yahweh, Bahoshem Yahweh Shai, Bahoshem Rakaha Kwadash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, or GMS for short. This is where I have learned this truth, and this is where I am still learning this truth. And also Shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. All right, this video we're gonna go back into the prophecy of Revelation 13, verses 16 and 17. And then, Lord willing, we'll expound on that and then come back with another video, and right after that one, going into the reading of an article that we can filter through the scriptures. All right. Okay. All right. So first, let me get in here to this to the scriptures. Let's see. Okay, so first let's start in Ezekiel 3 and verse 17. All right, it reads, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me, which is why, all right, the main reason why you are getting this information, this truth, is because we are coming back into being obedient to the Lord. And one of the things he tells us to do, as you just heard, is to give warning. All right. In order to give warning, you have to be a watchman. All right. So let's go ahead and get this word for watchman. Hold on. Okay. This is the word for watchman.
Strong's H 6822. Safar. Safar.
All right. It reads to look out or about. All right. To spy, to keep watch, to observe. All right. To watch. Okay. Strong's definition, it says to lean forward, i.e. to peer into the distance. Okay. By implication, to observe, await. All right. Behold, espy, look up or look well. Okay. Wait for, or to keep the watch. All right. This is what the Lord has told his men to do. And this is a trait of the remnant and the elect. Again, all traits of the remnant and the elect that you hear in the scriptures, all right, the remnant and the elect that endure will have this trait. And at that time will be known as the chosen. All right, they will be known, like in this day we call ourselves the hopeful elect. All right, we hope to be of the elect. All right, because what's coming along, all right, you're going to need the Lord's protection. And who is the Lord protecting at the times coming? All right, the elect, the remnant and the elect. All right, so At that time, when the Lord comes, all right, the remnant, the hopeful remnant and the elect in that day will be known to be more than just hopeful. At that point, they will be known as the remnant and the elect. It will be known who are the chosen of the Lord. Okay. So this is a trait. All right. But this trait has to go along with enduring. All right. So we have to have this trait plus to have the endurance to keep at this until the end. Okay. And keep in mind, it said a watchman unto the house of Israel. There is none other nation named here. The reason these verses come up that people use to say that the Lord is here for all nations, those verses only point to Israelites who were scattered amongst all nations. And Israel was scattered amongst all nations. All right. So these are talking to the Israelites that are among all nations. That's it, though. All right. Okay. So give them warning. Let's look up warning.
Strong's H 2094. Zaher. Zaher.
All right. It says to admonish. Okay. We use this truth to admonish. Right. To set people back aright. All right. It says to warn, teach. All right. Shine. Send out light. That's what this truth is. This is the light in this dark place. This is the light in this night. Okay. It says be light, be shining. All right. To be taught, be admonished. All right. To teach, warn, to shine, to send out light. All right. It says to gleam, figuratively to enlighten by caution. Admonish, shine, teach, give warning. Okay. All right. So this is what the Lord told his men to do. Okay. So this is why these videos are out here. They're not for the ones that want to scoff. I mean, they are, because they're going to receive judgment by the scoffing. But that we are speaking these things for the remnant and the elect to learn. Let me go here really quick. Where was this at? Romans 15:4. All right, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. All right. Hope for what? Hope for salvation. Hope to be the elect and the remnant. Okay. So it didn't say written for all people's learning. It said written for our learning. These things are written for the ones who would take heed. Okay. And come back to obedience. Truly repent. Come back to obedience. All right. And to tell the truth, the whole truth, the 100% truth, including the names. All right. Including the doctrine, whether you like it, whether people like it or not. All right. We're not ashamed to tell this truth. Okay. Not to strangers, not to family, not to anyone in this world, man. We are not ashamed of the truth that the Lord gave us to tell. All right. Okay. So let's back. Let me see. What did we? All right. So this is why you hear these warnings. This is the why. All right. Because the Lord told us. The Lord told us, and we are being obedient. Okay. So now let's go ahead and go to the prophecy that we're going to warn of in this video. Okay. This is Revelation chapter 13, and we're going to start at 16. All right. But before we go here to talk about this, there are a few major prophecies left. There is the mark of the beast. All right. There is the return, or the World War III. All right. Jacob's trouble and the return of the Messiah. All right. There's a great salvation coming. There's a great destruction coming. All right. There's the setting up of the kingdom. All right. But this mark of the beast is a very great sign of what time it is. All right. This is a prophecy that the Lord is warning about. Okay. So let's go ahead and get to this. Revelation 13, and if I speak kind of fast, all right, we go over this all the time. So you'll hear it again, or you can do your due diligence. So you can slow the videos down. All right, you can go back and look at previous videos. You don't even have to be on this channel. You can type in GMS, Mark of the Beast, or GMS Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. Okay, GMS Charagma. Right, GMS, micro C hip. All right. Okay, you can look these things up. All right. So, Revelation 13, verse 16 and 17, I'm going to do a read through, and then we'll go back and break down some of this. All right. So it reads, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." Okay, so, and he. Okay, this he is the wicked, Esau, Edom, and the self-called and so-called white man. All right, let's go ahead and explain all of these, okay? Because they are all of these, this and he. First, in the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary, we're going to look up Edom. Okay. All right. Hold on. Okay, Edom. It says Edom, Edomites. It says the nation and its people who were the descendants of Esau. He founded the country, so his name is equated with Edom. The country was also called Seir, or Mount Seir, which was the name of the territory in which the Edomites lived. Okay, so down at the bottom of the entry for Edom, it reads, Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from God, okay, from the Almighty, whose name is Yahweh. All right, Yahweh is whom the world ignorantly calls God. All right, God is a trait and a title, but the Almighty's name is Yahweh. All right, and his son, all right, who is also a God, his name is Yahweh Shai. All right, that is whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, among other names. Okay, so we went over Esau, Edom right here. All right, now let's get some scriptures on this. Let's go to Malachi. Let's go to Malachi chapter 1. All right. As you will hear, if you listen to the men of the Lord, all right, who I know to be the men, the elders, apostles of GMS on down, all right. There are other men of the Lord without GMS on their name, all right. Lord willing, I am one of them, all right. As small as my knowledge may be now, as minute as that may be, Lord willing, I'm growing in knowledge enough to be of the elect when the Lord comes. All right, but um, where was I going with this? So, okay, yeah, you will hear them state that this is the Lord's movie, this thing that we call life. All right, as it has been from the beginning till now, is the Lord's movie. You have an antagonist, you have a protagonist, and you have extras. All right, and this we are living out this movie. Okay, okay. None of us are acting out of character. That doesn't mean, okay, that doesn't mean in a movie if someone does what the director wouldn't do in the first place, that they are acting out of the director's what the director had them do in the movie scene. All right, that is the role that they were given. That is the role that they are playing. Okay, so let's start at Malachi 1. Keep all that in mind. All right, Malachi 1 and verse 1. As a matter of fact, the heading of Malachi 1 reads, God's love for Jacob. Okay, this is Malachi 1 and 1. It says, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Which is why they did not. All right, which is why it said in that Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary that the Esau, Edom are the only neighbors of the Israelites who did not receive any promise of mercy from the Lord. Okay, so let's hear some more about Esau, Edom. All right, let's go to let's see where we're gonna go first. Let's go to we're gonna go here to Daniel 4 and 17. All right, Daniel 4 and 17. It reads, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. Okay? This is who these people are. They are the basest of men. These people are actually weak. All right? But through the Lord giving them this power, all right, the authority to rule in wickedness, they are doing just that. They are ruling in wickedness. All right. What else can we learn about this base wicked man? The base or the wicked, all right, the basis of men. Let's see. Let's go to Job 9:4. Job 9:24, excuse me. All right. This is Job 9 and verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. You can't deny who runs this earth. Okay. You can't deny who pushes debauchery. All right. Anti-Messiah behavior onto the world or into the world. It lies. All right. You can't deny it. All right. That's because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Why this place is so wicked and overrun with wickedness. Okay. Another clue is the second part of this verse. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who is he? All right, this is going to point at why we say he is a self-called and so-called white man. Okay, he covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not, where and who is he? Now keep that in mind, and let's go to Ecclesiastes, all right, 1 and verse 9. It tells us here, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. This is why it's important to read these scriptures and to go back and look at what happened in the past. All right, the same things keep happening over and over because the same spirits are down here. All right, the same spirits are down here. We read earlier, and let's go back there now. Romans 4 or 15:4. Let me see. All right, we just read in Romans 15:4, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Okay, so all these things were written for our learning. Okay, all right, so keep that in mind. And what we're going to do here is go into the Apocrypha. All right, something else that they try to say shouldn't be in the scriptures, because it points to who exactly these people are. All right, our Greek, or the Greek captivity, all right, sounds a lot like this second leg of the Roman Empire captivity. Okay, sounds a lot like it, man, because this is the reincarnated Roman Empire as it stands to this day. All right, so let's go to First Maccabees chapter 3, and we're going to start at verse, I don't know, we might start at 44. No, you know what? Let's start at 45 really quick, okay? Oh, hold on. All right, so First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 45, it reads, now Jerusalem lay void as a wilderness. All right, most Israelites today, I'm speaking of America, and you can talk about really Israel as a whole. For the most part, all right, we're dead. We're walking around zombies. We're walking around in the likeness of whatever nation is surrounding us. All right, we have no idea who we are. All right, and we're still acting out of pocket. We're not in our ways. All right, we're not acting upon our heritage and our nationality. We're not acting as the children of God. We're not acting as the people whom the Lord loves. Okay, we're acting as disobedient children, hard-headed children. None of this surprises the Lord, though it's all written about. Okay, but things happen over and over, as we're about to read here. Okay, First Maccabees 3 and 45. Now Jerusalem lay void as a wilderness. There was none of her children that went in or out. And the sanctuary also was trodden down, and aliens kept the stronghold. The heathen had their habitation in that place, and joy was taken from Jacob, and the pipe with the harp ceased. We're so in a terrible state now that most Israelites don't know what joy was taken from them, because they don't even know their identity. All right, it is said that the worst kind of captivity that you can be in is one in which you forget whom you are. All right, and that's exactly where most of Israel sits today. All right, verse 46 now, wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Maspha over against Jerusalem, For in Maspha was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel. All right? What you're about to hear is that, we are in mourning in this day. When we come back to realization who we are, right, it doesn't feel good, right, to ourselves individually, okay? When we first find out the truth and find out how contrary we have been walking towards the Lord. And then we come to find out the truth, the good news, okay? And then we go right back to it being, a bittersweet thing because we see the state of Israel. Okay? We see the state of our nation as a whole. Okay? So in this day, we are mourning again. Once again, we're mourning again for the state of Israel, whether that be the people, because Israel is a people first, before it is a place. And then we mourn for the state of our land also. All right? We're just out of order. All right? For the most part, order has been taken away from us. All right, we have been destroyed. All right, destructured. Okay, no order. Okay, so First Maccabees chapter 3, and now we're on 47. Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes again in mourning. And remember, things happen over and over again. Okay, now here's the point. First Maccabees 3 and verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. All right? So, when you think about the Messiah, okay, when you think about the name Jesus, which we spoke on that not being his name, right? His name is Yahweh Shai. But when you think about that name, that image, and then when you think furthermore about the finger of Adam, or I think it may even be called the finger of God. Let me look this up really quick, because I keep giving both names. I need to get the right name. So let's see. Okay, I think it's... yeah, finger of God. Okay, this picture right here. I don't know. I hope you can see that. All right, yeah, this picture right here. Okay, you see that? I wonder if I can... no. I want to see the whole... I want to see the whole thing. Okay, well, that's still not the whole thing. That's still not the whole thing. Here you go. You can see some of it. That's supposed to be Adam right here. Okay. And then the Lord right here. All right, on this side with some supposed to be angels, and Adam sitting here damn near butt ass naked, and so are these angels. All right, what kind of shit is that, man? But peep how they look. Okay. Also, when you think of that picture of Jesus and that image that goes along with that, okay, when you think about this picture right here, what is this called? All right, the Last Supper. Let's look at this picture. Okay, look at this picture. All right. The Lord did not look like this, man. Neither did the disciples, neither did the angels, neither did the Almighty. All right. Okay. So who would change the image to look like that? Someone who would want these images to look like themselves. Okay? We bring up the description now, and it seems like, well, it most definitely is that more people now than in the past, even in recent years, okay, are agreeing with the image not matching the description given. Right? They say it doesn't matter. First they said that there was no description given. That's a lie. All right, now they're starting to say that the color and the description don't matter. If it didn't matter, why did you change it? Okay, why was it changed? All right, and it does matter for the sake of it being the truth. Okay, all right. So who would do this? They can't hide, man. All right. Then they say now that that the Lord was a Middle Eastern man. Anything to get you away from the thought that he could possibly be exactly how the scriptures describe him, which is a so-called black man. All right. It could be anyone else but a so-called black man. All right. So that tells you who the wicked are. All right. Especially given what time it is and who is running this globe. All right. It is the so-called white man. Now, if you're still on this video and then click off because it hurts you so much to know the truth, right? Does that mean that everyone that looks so-called white is an Edomite? No. In Deuteronomy, hold on. In Deuteronomy chapter 28. Hold on. What's going on here? Hold on. Hold on a second. Okay. In Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, starting at verse 15, all the way to the 68th verse, all right? These are consequences of disobedience for Israel, okay? Which is where we fell into because we disobeyed, all right? But among these consequences, in the 64th verse, this is what it reads. It says, "And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone." Verse 65 reads, "And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee a trembling heart, a failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind." All right. That verse right there, that failing of eyes, all right, it sticks out to me a lot because people can't even see, all right, Israelites, excuse me. Well, really the whole world. But since this is speaking of the consequence of Israel, I'm speaking to Israel. Israel, for the most part, cannot see. They have failing of eyes or understanding that we are the chosen of the Lord, man. Back here in Deuteronomy 28 and 48, it reads, "Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. He shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee." Okay? Israel was scattered amongst all nations, man. So we look like all nations, even a so-called white white person, okay? But prophecy still points to this man, the white man, the wicked, Esau Edom, being the so-called white man, all right? Prophecy tells us this, all right? Now, let's go back to Job 9:24, all right? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. Okay. So now let's go back here to Revelation 13 and verse 16. All right. It says, and he. Now we understand who the he is now. All right. If you don't completely, you can pray. Okay. You have to have faith and pray in the right name, in the right names, excuse me. Okay. And maybe the Lord will come in and sup with you. If you are an Israelite, if you were predestined to understand this thing. All right. Okay. But there are videos, there are other channels that go into more detail with this. I am very much new, okay? But I do have more understanding than the average person walking around here like a zombie. All right, I've even heard Christian preachers, pastors that have been doing this for a long time and have no understanding compared to me, who has only been in this for a little over 2 years, man. All right. So, not that I think that I deserve this. I don't deserve to know any of this. All right. But the Lord is doing something with everyone. All right. I just pray that my end is better than my beginning. All right. Okay. So, I forgot what else. I was going to say something else, but that's all right. All right. So, Revelation 13. Oh, yeah. We don't, speaking for myself first and foremost. All right. I'm pretty sure the brothers will say this also. All right. We don't speak. I know that they won't say that they are perfect. All right. We don't speak coming from we don't speak this because we are perfect. Okay. We speak this because we were dead and the Lord has brought us back to life to understand this thing and to give his warnings, to take heed, to be more obedient than what we were the day before. Okay. Always walking towards perfection, doing things to the best of our ability, staying obedient. Okay. Again, staying obedient to the best of our ability. Not just today and then the day after that. All right. But from today to the end. Okay. So again, Revelation 13 and verse 16, the and he, all right, we know what this is. All right. The causeth all proves that Job 9, when it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, how else would this man, which is what he is not a God. Now he thinks he is. His pride is telling him that he is, but he knows that he's not. All right, his pride is telling him that he is a God, but he knows that he is not. All right, this is the lot that the Lord put them in. This is the spirit that the Lord gave them. Again, for our learning. All right, what it would be like if a place was ran by wickedness. This is a whole example of this place right now. Okay? But the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. How else would he be able to causeth all in this prophecy? All right? What's that word, causeth? Let's go ahead and get this really quick.
Strong's G 4160. Poieo. Poieo.
It says to make. All right. It says to make, to do. All right. Down here at the bottom, it says to make ready, and so at the same time to institute. All right. So, what's important about these articles that we read, okay, they point to the technology, how much this technology is advancing. All right. For the sake of them bragging to the people about how technological advanced they are than we've ever been, okay, and how we can fix, all right, mistakes that have been made from a higher power. They'll tell you this in their videos. All right. They'll tell you this themselves. Okay. That they are doing something uh, that the power couldn't do. All right. Which is fix the mistakes. All right. These people are wicked. They're evil. Then they'll go on to tell you that there is no power in the sky. All right. That it's a fable. Okay. They'll tell you that. These people are the wicked men. All right. But the importance of this word, causeth all. All right. He's going to make this thing mandatory. All right. This thing that I speak of is a piece of technology that is already in the earth. We're going to speak about that when we get to the word mark. All right. But for now, we're speaking about that causeth all. All right. One is telling you that he's going to make mandatory. All right. But in this definition, it says to make ready, and so at the same time to institute. All right. The same time to institute is that making mandatory. But first, he's making you ready for it. All right. By bragging and boasting about his technology, you know, these people will talk about peace, safety. They'll tell you to trust them. They'll tell you that it's convenient. All right. And then you have to think about the scenarios, all right? Because we're coming to a point where they're going to make threats in order for you to receive this thing, and they're not going to be empty threats. We'll get to all of that when we speak about this mark, but keep in mind to make ready. Right? This is why we read about these technologies, which a lot of times, right, they use big ass words that I don't even know the definitions of. Okay, I don't know what the hell these words these people have made up, but the language that I do understand, right, you can see it pointing right to what this prophecy tells you is coming. You can see that they're pointing to peace, safety, convenience. You know, trust us more. You know what I mean? We won't let you down. But have these people ever done anything, okay, to make this world not be wicked? All right, they may have made it seem like they took a step in the right direction. Every once in a while, they might do something to make it seem like they take a step. But for the most part, man, this world has gone backwards, man. Okay, and they have no excuse for it because the earth is in their hand. All right, this is not about riches anymore. These people have all the money that they could want, that anyone could want. All right, it's about control, and a lot of these things are about to be ushered in. And it's going to take a lot of people by surprise. All right. So count it for something that this video has came across your ears, your eyes. Okay. If you understand it, count it for something, man. All right. Nothing happens by coincidence. Okay. So now let's get back to this prophecy. Okay. And he causeth all. We understand those first four words. This is why this thing is considered as to not have came to fruition yet. Because of those first four words. And he causeth all. This thing has to be made mandatory. Okay. They're in the midst of getting everybody ready for it now. This thing is at the doorstep, man. Okay, there's going to be, even if they put this thing forward tomorrow, most people would take this. Okay, but things are going to happen on the Lord's time, not their time, not our time. It's going to happen when the Lord says it's go time. Okay. So, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, let's go ahead and look at this word for mark. Okay, let's see.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
All right. It says a stamp, an imprinted mark. It says of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. All right, we know this word to mean the anti-Messiah. All right, you people that are against the Messiah. All right, that leads into another lie. They tell you they got the whole world waiting on one man. That is an Antichrist. No, for the most part, most of the world, maybe even you listening to this video, are walking in the path of an Antichrist. If you're teaching outside the correct names, if you're teaching outside anything that is the truth of these scriptures, if you teach that that image is correct, that that name is correct, all right, you are most definitely outside of this truth. And so you are walking on the path, or you are walking the path of an Antichrist. Right? And the scriptures tell you that there are many Antichrists, man. All right, again, of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the anti-Messiah. Okay? All right. It says charagma, a scratch or etching, i.e., stamp, as a badge of servitude. All right, who are you in servitude to if you receive this badge? All right, if you receive something the Lord is telling you or telling you not to receive, okay? Who are you in servitude to if you go opposite the Lord? All right, the anti-Messiah, right? Okay. Now, what is this mark? Okay, this thing is the micro C-hip. It is the RFID C-hip. A couple of examples of this technology, which the technology itself is not sin. The technology itself is not sin. Okay, the sin is receiving this technology within your body. All right, the sin is receiving this technology into your body, literally. All right. So a couple of examples of this technology is Walletmor, Walletmor. That is one word. Another example is Neuralink, or Elon Musk's brain technology. Don't pay attention so much to the manufacturers or the names surrounding this technology. I mean, you can keep track of them. Right? I mean, keep them in mind. But really, go look at this technology. All right, go look at this technology and filter it through the scriptures. Filter it through Revelation 13, verses 16 and 17. Okay. Now, we tell you don't pay attention too much to the names because these people are good at changing names, lying. Okay, just straight up lying. That's why we say go look at this technology, man. All right. And what we are going to read tonight is going to show you that there are many names surrounding this technology. We just gave 2 examples. That's it. All right. It says in here, and he causeth all. This is going to be a worldwide thing. Okay. So there are going to be many names surrounding this technology. All right. So verse 17. Okay, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right, so fiat currencies globally are on the downslope. All right, these things are being crashed. All right, they have a goal, which is to go into the digital age. All right, this is something that we're going to read about. We'll touch on this. All right, to show their mindset. Okay. So where's the money going to be? All right, the money's going to be on this micro C-HIP. Where's your ID going to be? On this micro C-HIP. Where's your medical data going to be? On this micro C-HIP. All right, what would the IDs be good for? All right, the regular things IDs are good for. Also, if these so-called 15-minute cities turned into sanctuary cities, if they bought in, if the streets went crazy, okay, well, there's going to be civil wars, race wars, class wars. All right, it's going to get crazy out here. And there is a sanctuary city. What kind of ID are you going to need to get in there? Okay, so the badge of servitude ID. You're going to have to show that you are on their side. Okay, for convicts or people that are locked up. All right, imagine they get a chance to get out. All right, cut your time in half. But you have to receive this thing. Do you think they're going to hesitate? Okay. What about families with people that are paralyzed or people that need medicine? Remember your medical data, and the medicine is going to come from them. All right. Back in Deuteronomy, it said that you would go to these people in need of all things, or in need and want of all things. All right. What are you going to do when you get sick? What are you going to do when you get cold? Right? Shelter, clothing, food. I mean, they didn't took damn near everybody out of being able to fend for themselves when it comes to that. You have to go to them. What are you going to do? All right. So this time is coming. This time is coming fast, man. All right. A lot of people are still going to be caught off guard because they scoff at this truth. They think that these things in the scriptures are a fairy tale or some storybook story. All right. All right. They have fallen for the cunningly devised fables of these people. The main one being trust them. Okay. Peace, safety. All right. A lot of people are going to fall because of their laziness. All right. That convenience thing is going to get a lot of people, man. All right. That's how a lot of money is made now, because of things that make tasks convenient. All right. So this thing is coming, and the only protection that you have from this is the Lord. Because even if you get past this, if you defy them just to defy them, all right, you're still you still are against the Lord, man. All right, and that is who you are not getting away from. All right. So let's I think that was it for the quick little expounding on this prophecy. All right, no, let's touch on this really quickly. All right. So do not take this micro C-HIP. Do not receive this badge of servitude. Okay? Because there is no scripture pointing to you having a chance to repent after this. All right? I've heard them say, if you get a micro C-HIP, don't worry. If you don't like it, you can get it right back out. All right? The Lord doesn't say, if you have this thing in you and you get it removed within 24 hours, you'll be good. No, the Lord says if you receive this thing, you are in trouble. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few scriptures to go do your own due diligence. If you are thinking about taking this thing, all right, because you think the Lord is going to allow you don't believe anything that has been told to you right now. Okay, you can go look at Revelation 14 verses 9 and 10. All right, go look up those adjectives. Okay. Also, you can look up Revelation 16 verses 1 and 2. Go look up those adjectives. Let's see. But if you feel some type of pull towards this truth, and you have taken heed to the Lord, and you feel some type of pull, right, and you hear this truth, and you know that it is truth, right, you have faith, right, you know that the laws are not done away with, you call on the true names of the Lord and Savior, right, you know that the children of Israel are the so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Mexicans. All right, and then after that, they are spread through all out the earth. If you know that Christianity is a lie and a stronghold based on white supremacy, if you know that these other religions are just taking you away from the truth, man, all right? Don't ignore that. Don't ignore that pull towards the truth, okay? All right, and if there is a chance that you might be the Lord's, what you have to look forward to, you can go do your own due diligence and read Revelation 3 in verse 10 and John the 17th chapter, just to start. All right. Okay. So, that was it for now on this. Lord willing, we'll come right back with a little bit of that article. Okay. So, well, it's two articles, but they're touching on the same thing. All right. So, yeah, with that, all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakaha Kwadash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, or GMS for short. This is where I have learned this truth and where I am still learning this truth. And also shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. All right, Lord willing, I'm of that number, and Lord willing, we'll see you in the next video. Shalom.